Hey, how's it going, everybody? Coach Kyle here, and this is actually a travel video. It's a non-running related gear video. And I'm currently packing for a month-long trip to Guatemala, and I wanted a new general use bag. So I'm staying at a hostel, and if I'm going to go to a coffee shop or go on a hike or a tour or something, I want a small, basically drawstring bag to take with me that is minimal, light, and carries just what I need. So I'm going to have my travel bag, but I kind of use this as an excuse to get a new drawstring bag. And even here in Rapid City, when I ride my bike to the coffee shop, I have my MacBook, my charger, a notebook, mouse, and my phone, my wallet. So that's it. So I don't need a backpack for this. For 99% of the time, I don't need a backpack. And I'm kind of sick of using the free drawstring bag that you get from races. And granted, Fargo Marathon does give the best free drawstring bag I've ever seen. It has a few extra pockets and a clip and whatnot, but it's time for an upgrade. So if you've never seen, there's a company out there called Loctote that makes basically like an anti-theft type of drawstring bag, and there are two of them on Amazon. There's the Loctote LockSack, and then there's the LockSack, and I'll link to these both in the description of the video. And this one's $100. This one is $50, and LockSack is actually made by Loctote. So I wanted to read this to you quick. It's from the LockSack Amazon page, and the question is, why is this one so much cheaper than the others? And actually, this is kind of cool. What's his name? Don from Loctote replied back. So it says, "Hello, we developed and manufactured the LockSack for a company that wanted to create a lower cost alternative to the FlackSack. The biggest difference is in the fabric. It is a less slash resistant fabric than our other products. In comparison, the flak knit, you would need a very sharp knife and a lot of strength to poke a knife through and then cut downward. It's impossible to tear it open, and you cannot slash it open. With the fabric we use in the cheaper LockSack, it will not slash open by a slash and grab thief, but if left alone with it, a thief could get into it with a knife pretty quickly. LockSack uses a steel reinforced locking strap, but uses a lighter weight lock and fabric, and the drawstring ropes are not designed to be slash resistant. That said, it's our lightest weight drawstring backpack." So basically, and I've got both of them here, there's a lot of videos on YouTube with people showing how to cut this open. There's a few on this one, not that many, but I didn't see one comparing both of them. I'm not going to cut them open. I'm going to send one back. So I thought I'd order both of them on Amazon, compare them, and send one back, or both of them back if I didn't want either of them. But $100, $50, and so basically, I think there's a big misconception that this is like a safe where you can like lock your stuff up at your hostel, or if you're at a coffee shop, or if you're at the gym, and nobody's going to be able to steal it. But if you've got a wire cutter, there's a wire in here. If you have a wire cutter, you can cut this open. If you have any type of decently sharp knife, you could if in 4 minutes you could have the bag open. But it's basically an anti-theft. If you're wearing it on you, somebody's going to have, or if you're in the vicinity, so they don't have all the time in the world, then it's gonna be a big obstacle. And oftentimes, just seeing that's locked up might be a big enough deterrent for somebody to not even bother. But if they see you're wearing, do I even have one? If they see that your computer's in this type of bag, they can get this open with a pen. So they're gonna need some hardware to get either of these open. So they're there for an extra little bit of security protection. I wouldn't leave a bunch of cash and my computer and passport in this and go for a swim. But if I'm at the coffee shop, or if I'm walking around, this is gonna be hard for somebody to steal. So comparing the two, which is what you're probably here for 5 minutes into the video. I just wanted to give some background. This one is noticeably, it's heavy. It's got some weight to it. This one is barely heavier than a normal drawstring bag. And this one is basically your bare minimum drawstring bag. It's just the material is, like I said, that tougher anti-slash resistant material. I don't think the straps are just cloth, so they don't have the wire in them. So it's basically just the bag. And you've got the lock here, and on the page here, it says you can cinch it, pull it, lock it, leave it. And I wouldn't leave it that long, but it's you can pull it, and we gotta pull it. So you can pull this out, and one of the problems, there's a review here on Amazon that says the hole is, you can almost, if you didn't have this locked up as tight as it possibly can go, a child could get their hand in there. So that's still a pretty decent hole. They'd be able to steal pretty much everything except your computer. You could fit an iPhone through there probably. So I can already tell I'm probably not going to keep this. For $50 though, it's basically an expensive upgrade. I did this wrong. It's an expensive upgrade to a normal drawstring bag. I don't think I would keep this, because it's better than a normal drawstring bag. Like I said, nobody's gonna be able to cut this open with a pen when it's on my back, or to grab it super quickly. And even these are pretty tough. It's not like these aren't gonna break or anything. Somebody could yank it and they would be fine. It's not so bad. It's better than a normal drawstring bag. But this bad boy, this is nice. Like, this is actually a nice bag. Like, it looks good. It's got some weight to it for sure, but it's got the clasp here, so you can actually clip it a little bit to your body even. And you could even take if you really want, you could take the lock and lock it up front here. And it's got a serious it's got a serious padlock on this bad boy. And you can tighten it, and it's not totally shut, but see what they do is they have this, so you can wrap it through there, and then you can close it up. This one does not have that, where this one you could close this one up and it would cover up that hole, so they're not going to steal your phone. And you probably couldn't get a kid's hand in there. Serious lock right here. That's a good one. And again, if they had a tool, yeah, they could get this open, but they're not going to get it open in 4 seconds. When you're out and about, they're going to have to steal it from you. And again, these have wire in them, so they're not going to be able to take it off your body or take it off whatever it's locked to in 3 seconds. Inside, and this is nice. So there's multiple pockets. We've got pocket, roughly palm sized, 2 pockets, and then we've got a zippered pocket going, basically the entire bottom here is zippered. Prevent digital pickpocketing. This pocket is lined with a certified RFID blocking material that effectively shields contactless credit cards, passports, smart cards, and key cards from unauthorized scanning. Nice. He's scanning that guy's butt, and the guy has no idea. So yeah, this is nice. I will probably keep this one. Yeah, I would feel good about having my laptop and everything in this. And size-wise, here's my MacBook Air case, and it's just big enough. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna keep this bad boy, and like this is super nice. I could have this for 10 years. You know, you're never gonna. You could pay $12 for a drawstring bag, or you could pay $100 for this and have it for 10 years. Like this is nice. And it looks good, and they have a variety of colors and everything. But this is they obviously put a lot of work into this. Yep. I think I'm going to keep it. I think we've got a winner. Cool. I like it. So check out the links below if you want to purchase this, or check out the LockSack. Again, this is not bad. It's better than nothing, and it's a simple, nice drawstring bag. It's lockable, slash resistant, tear resistant, RFID blocking, and water resistant. This one is just better. And you know, usually I say, you know, you got a $50 GPS. You have to, you know, you have a $100 GPS and you have a $200 GPS. The $200 one's probably not twice as better as the $100 one. But in this case, this might be almost twice as good as this one. This one's good, but this one's nice. It's good. Keeping this one. This one's going to Guatemala with me. All right. Questions, comments, experiences, drop them below. Yeah. And as always, you keep running, I'll keep coaching.